husband screwed sex worker and gave me chlamydia, and I'm pregnant. I feel like my life has become a soap opera overnight, and I'm so overwhelmed and devastated. I'm 2 months pregnant, and my husband and I have been together for 10.5 years, married 3. We have been so happy for the past year, and our relationship has never been better. Up until a few hours ago, we were daydreaming about baby and being parents and talking about how cool it was going to be. But then this afternoon, I got my first prenatal blood and urine results back and was shocked when the doctor told me I tested positive for chlamydia. For over a decade, husband has been my only sexual partner, and my last STI test was 8 years ago, where nothing came up. I confronted him, and after lots of delaying tactics on his part, he finally admitted to seeing a sex worker 1.5 years ago when we were going through a rough time and in couples therapy. At first, he only confessed to oral, but then admitted that maybe his dick slipped inside her, but it wasn't sex. What the fuck? Over the years, he's lied about other things like smoking, often even when I've caught him red-handed, like vaping in our living room and smoking cigarettes on our balcony. I feel like an idiot for staying with him so long and wasting the best decade of my life. We just started telling our loved ones about a baby, and now I can't even imagine being a parent with him. I feel so humiliated, disrespected, and totally alone. I've asked him to leave and not to talk to me. My first ultrasound is in 2 days, and he's not welcome. I don't know what to do, how to move forward from this. I don't want to be a single parent, but I can't imagine a future with him. We have a lot of happy memories and have built a life together, but I don't know how we could ever come back from this, or if it's even worth my time to try. I feel like if I wasn't pregnant, it would be so much easier to live. Has anyone been in a similar situation? Any advice or perspective would be so helpful. Please be kind. I'm feeling really vulnerable. Now for the top advices. Here's an advice from Pink Flower. That's a type of cheating you don't come back from. He hired a hooker, which needs a lot planning to decide to do it and find one. Very different from cheating with a random woman in the heat of the moment. You contact a lawyer and focus on yourself and on your baby's health. Here's another advice from Joking Around. Also looks like he had unprotected sex when he cheated as well. Major yike. This guy had zero respect for his marriage and spouse. What a brutal blow. Another advice from Sizzling Tofu. Also, let's not forget he only confessed because he got caught. Here's another advice from Scott's Upper Lip. Hopefully, the sex worker was on birth control, or OP's kid might have a half-sibling on the way too, seeing as her husband likes to avoid protection with everyone. Next story. Found out my boyfriend of 5 years has a backup deal with his friend. I just found out today that my boyfriend, 28, had a backup plan deal with his friend, 28 female. That if they both were single and married by 30, they would give each other a shot. My boyfriend has known her for at least 10 years, and I have known from the start that they were a little interested in each other, but I didn't pursue it since they did not want to ruin their friendship. Their friendship has never bothered me, and I trust him, but he never told me of such a deal that he had with her. My boyfriend told me that I have nothing to worry about, and he knows it looks bad, but it really isn't, because nothing will happen with his friend because we'll be together when he turns 30. My problem is not that, but the fact that if they are willing to try each other out means that they are romantically somewhat interested in each other, and I have a problem with my boyfriend feeling like that about someone else and also hanging out with her on the daily. I don't want to restrict his friendship or be one of those girlfriends, but I feel like he is out of bounds here and should himself end things with her. Am I really asking for too much here? He told me that what I am asking for is unfair because I'm interpreting it the wrong way, but how else am I supposed to interpret? We'll get together if we are single at 30? I am livid with him right now that he never brought this up over the course of our relationship until now. All this stupidity doesn't end here. When I was discussing this with my boyfriend, Ms. Backup made a comment that he should really consider the backup deal with how crazy I am acting. He did her and told her it wasn't funny, but I think I'm well within my right to be mad about this and not acting crazy. How do you people see it? I don't want to be with him right now, but I don't know if this is enough to let go of a 5-year-old relationship. She clearly disrespected me with that comment, and this whole thing is disrespectful to me. Now for the top advices, here's an advice from Place Designer. I made a backup deal with a friend from high school. Never had any romantic feelings for each other and not each other's type, but we said it because we were great friends. Still are. But in your case, the friend's comment is the only thing that would worry me. That's not really a friend, in my own opinion. Here's a comment from Squirrel Loves Chipmunk. Same, exact same. We agreed to try dating if we were both single at 30. We are 36 now and are happily married to other people. Lol. I think this is just a dumb thing some friends agree to, but the friend's comment is concerning. It leads me to believe it isn't just a joke in her mind. Here's an advice from Musk PP. I mean, this could be meant as a joke, but now it seems like they are kinda into it, which is weird as fuck. Here's another advice from Kit Tay 2021. If it were me and she said that about you being crazy and her being the backup plan, I'd say, tell you what, why don't you two just have a go at each other and see how it goes, cause I'm out. Next story. My husband 28 came out as transgendered. I am going to use he, him pronouns still in this post because he specifically asked me not to change to feminine pronouns when talking about him. I am 27 and my husband is 28. My husband came out as a trans woman to me this week. I was proud of him and excited because I have suspected this for a while and he seemed very conflicted. I was supportive and he was so happy. I swear he was beaming talking about transitioning. However, he took some time to reflect on how it would affect him religiously and change his mind. He is very religious and believes if he were to ever transition, he would go to hell. So he doesn't want to do anything about it. He wants to just move on as if nothing has changed. Have kids sometime in the next year and just keep living our lives. He doesn't want to tell anyone else. But I can see the misery it is causing him to deny himself. He came out to his mom and she was upset at first, but so happy to hear he has no plans to change anything and that he wants to go to heaven. I cannot believe the lengths he is willing to go to in order to go to heaven. I have no idea what to do. I want to be supportive of whatever he wants. But how can I support him in causing himself so much harm and pain? It is killing me. I love him so much and I want him to live his life authentically and happily. I know this is going to continue to eat him up. I am in the same religion and I am now so disgusted that it is making my husband feel that way that I want out of it, which is now making my husband feel even more distressed. Too long didn't read. Husband is a trans woman but is not going to transition for fear of going to hell. How do I support him or his beliefs when I disagree? Any advice is appreciated. Edit. I should have included this, but I am bisexual and he is still very much only attracted to women. So when he first came out to me and was planning to transition, we were planning on staying married as a lesbian couple. Now for the top advices, here's an advice from Fuzzy Constant. This seems like a recipe for disaster. Please don't have kids until he really processes this. I don't think it's healthy to deny yourself who you really are to try to get into heaven. If God exists, is he really that bigoted and vindictive? Maybe you can find a more progressive church. I'm sure there are some very religious trans women out there who might be inspiring to read, watch, listen to, etc. Or maybe he needs to start really questioning his faith. Whatever happens, the next few years might be very tumultuous emotionally, and I'm not sure that goes well with a new baby. The good news is that it sounds like he locked out in the wife department. Good luck to both of you. Edit. On seeing your comments that he is Mormon, you may want to start browsing r/ex-Mormon for tips. Obviously, this is playing with fire and it could blow up your marriage, but it might be the only way through. Here's a comment from the OP. Yeah, he is not open at all to switching to a more progressive church. He really is scared he will not get to see his family again if he leaves Mormonism. It breaks my heart, but yeah, I don't want to move forward with having kids like this.